And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Wednesday, August 30th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday morning, and we welcome you to our program. Glad to be on the air for Cedarstone Bank, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Donaldson, Simple Banking, Simple Better. Robert McDonald is with us this morning. Good morning.
Coleman, good morning.
All the way from Donaldson to be here live and spontaneous and unrehearsed on the radio.
I'm enjoying some of the stories here from Pete this morning. It's been a good time. It's always, as we talk about Coleman, an easy drive coming up. But now the schools are back in session. It's going to be interesting going back. But it's a beautiful drive up. Good to be with you.
Well, it's always good to see you, and you and your father, Bob, are bankers, of course, and pretty much made out of the same mold, but you're a little bit different. Our commercial is a little bit different when you're here than when Bob is here. You don't talk as much about the feds, that's for sure.
We have our own personalities when it comes to that.
Oh, but one of the things about Cedarstone, of course, is we always say Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Donaldson, and three different communities, three different clientele, really. It's different banking with you in Donaldson than it is in Mount Juliet and here. It's kind of three different communities, and they're all a little different.
They're all a little different, Coleman, of course, but consistent on the inside with our employees and the relationship factor. But yes, and especially, it's hard to believe now. I joined the bank in May of 2013, I believe, and the growth that we've seen, and both coming out of Nashville, that's impacted, of course.
So you've had over 10 years.
With Cedarstone and a few others with other institutions. And but as we've talked about before, the growth that we've seen out of Nashville and in the surrounding counties have impacted not only the Donaldson community, but also Wilson County with our Mount Juliet office and the Lebanon office.
Well, we're all three. It's a growing area.
It is.
Donaldson, Mount Juliet, and Lebanon, for sure.
So but it's exciting times, Coleman. I know that when Bob's here, we talk about, the interest rate environment right now is scary to some people. We've forecasted and we're prepared for that, but those rates continue to rise a little bit. But we're still seeing strong demand, Coleman, on, of course, our checking account products and savings accounts. But also people are still borrowing money, small businesses, local business owners, and consumers as well. So all of our communities are still thriving, and the consumer confidence remains high.
Well, I think you have increased because of the interest rate, you've been able to increase the rate you pay on CDs.
That's correct.
And that probably has increased some because of that.
That has increased some, of course, the CDs and also your money market and savings accounts. Yeah. And so that's a natural thing that happens, of course, when the lending rate goes up. But we do have competitive rates, and encourage any of our listeners out there to come by and see us.
Well, Cedarstone is a story of success, no doubt, and I don't know what all was envisioned in the very beginning, but it wasn't long, I don't think, till you had the three branches here.
That's right. So we opened in April of 2004, as you know. We were in the old Signature Plaza there. That's where Bob opened that first location. And then we broke ground with our Lebanon office, I believe, in 2006, and we opened our Donaldson office there in the old Gideon's Plaza around that time as well. So Mount Juliet and Lebanon kind of started together, and Donaldson was about a year later when Bob went and poached Willie McDonald. At that time, he was at Regions Bank after his almost 60-year stint with Third National to open up our Donaldson location.
Would you like for Pete to tell his story about your grandfather?
I would love for Pete to do that. I think the listeners would like
I just mentioned this morning, asked Pete, did you ever know Willie McDonald? And then he started, did he ever know him? Pick it up, Pete.
When I was a kid, I delivered newspapers in Donaldson, and one of my routes was the main road in Lebanon Road. And Third National Bank was one of my customers. And I came in one day to collect from him, and he asked me, he says, "What do you do with your money?" And I said, "Well, I got a big jar at the house in the closet." He said, "Why don't you put it in here and let it work for you?" And I said, "How does it do that?" He said, "Well, I pay interest." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, 2.5%. And I said, "Golly, yeah." And so I went home and got my jar and came back on my moped, and we literally dumped it out on his desk and counted it. And he opened my first passbook savings account.
Yeah. So you knew Robert's grandfather pretty well.
Yeah, I knew him really well. I delivered his newspapers. He got the Banner, the Tennessean, and I saved the Sunday and delivered it on Monday.
That's good service too.
It's a great story. As we talked about, Coleman, Willie never missed an opportunity to try to gain some business.
Exactly.
So it's wonderful.
Exactly. And he explained it to a kid. And matter of fact, every other paper boy that I knew, I'd tell him, you need to go down there and talk to Pop, and he'll open you an account, and your money can work for you. I thought I was top banana. I knew all this stuff.
It's a wonderful story.
Well, let's talk about another wonderful thing. We got a minute or two to talk about your free checking.
Yes, the free checking, as you know, is totally free, Coleman. There's no minimum balance requirement. Online banking, you can use your Cedar Stone Bank debit card anywhere in the world to access your money, and we reimburse that for an ATM fee, which these days can be upwards of $5 in some cases. And so it's totally free. There's no bells and whistles to it. Just open the account, and a great way to start your relationship with the bank.
All right. Thanks so much, Robert, for being with us this morning. And it's always good to talk about Cedar Stone Bank. Always good to see you.
It's great to see you.
I don't think you're going to enjoy your drive back as much as you enjoyed it driving up, but have fun.
As I always do, I'll be listening to you all. And happy anniversary, 30th anniversary on October 1st. To
Good.
You all.
Well, if you haven't done it, Billy will probably let you record one.
That'd be great.
On the way out, and you can get on there and be among all the other, especially business people who are wishing the station a 30th happy
Yes,
anniversary.
sir. Happy anniversary.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Robert McDonald, Cedar Stone Bank, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Donaldson. Simple banking, simply better. Well, yes, Uncle Pete, Haywood P. Norman IV is my guest this morning as we begin the guest portion here of part one of Coleman and Company. Good morning.
Good morning, Wilson County and the surrounding areas. This portion of the program today is being brought to you live and in Technicolor by the Lebanon Wilson County Veterans Center.
All right.
Good morning, Coleman.
Got some more news for us?
Oh, absolutely. I made the last of the deposits that I have collected this month, and I went over my $10,000 by $91.61.
All right.
So I now have the ability to go talk to the gentleman and pick up my other $10,000 challenge.
Oh, so you're going to have
I doubled my money.
$20,091.61.
And growing, and growing. I went by one of the jars this morning, and it had $6 or $7 in it. My truck drivers have been really good helping me. And out at the fair, I only spent one day. The first day of the fair, I had another heart attack.
Uh-oh.
So I was not, my kids took every key with the lawnmower. And so for 4 days, I just stayed at the house, me and the cat. But I got on the phone, I called people, I talked to people, especially some of the younger vets that I had been talking to in the past, and trying to build the Veteran Center logo and what we're going to do. I got some posters made. We have shored up a date for the marathon. The marathon will be the third Saturday in May. We've got to get our route approved with the city and everything, but I don't think that'll be a problem. And it's going to be Run for a Vet.
Okay.
And
Run for a Vet.
all the money goes to the veteran program, every cent.
Well, you put a lot of thought into this.
20 years.
But to come up with something like this, and hopefully it will be successful. But I mean, it's more than just a run, though.
It's an idea that came actually from when I was out of the military, and you sort of got a cold shoulder from some of the veteran organizations because Vietnam was not a real war.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't really die. They didn't really bleed.
Oh.
And the Korean veterans got the same cold shoulder. And we adopted No Vet Left Behind. That was our motto. And I'm one of these that, you know, I'm gonna live by that motto. And I'm not gonna allow us to leave these vets behind. There's certain things that they want that veterans my age have no need for or no want for. And that's what this center will do. The center will offer mental health assistance. It will offer financial assistance in the form of Dave Ramsey course. We're going to teach that there.
Education.
I've already got a commitment from Mr. Ramsey himself. I'll furnish everything you need for free.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's going to do educational support in that you come in, we'll sit down, have some people that can come there and talk to you and figure out where you need to go with your life educationally wise, whether it be vocational or college or whatever, to go on with your life. The financial part, the biggest thing I hear, they've been in the military 4 to 6 to 8 years. They get out. Somebody has told them what to do, where to go, and when to do it. And they're like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
They've got a shiny car and a lot of debt and nowhere to go. So what we're going to do is point them in the right direction. We're going to have a technical resource center in the form of a computer center with 4 computers. Somebody donated the countertop the other day, and we're going to put that in, get that installed. We've got computers coming to go on top of that. A career readiness, that's people that will, for free, come and help you write a resume, help you put it together, and help you show it how. I don't know how. They don't send it by mail. Everything is computerized. And show them how to do that. We've got a lady that does arts and crafts for your mental health. She will come and do art classes and things like that. One of my vets said, as many country music people is, what about learning how to play the guitar or the banjo? So we're going to try to get some of that. Got a lady that does that in one respect already here in town that I gave her a piano years ago. She's going to help us get some instruments to have there. And then just social support, some place to go who people know what you're talking about. Been there, done that. Do you need to sit and talk?
All right, we've got to sit while we go to a break. You're listening to Coleman & Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota. Write it off the lot. Write it off your taxes. Visit Absolute Kubota. Take advantage of the $179 tax deduction when you buy new Kubota construction equipment, tractors, RTVs, hay tools, or turf products. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. A heavy traffic spotted now on 24 westbound and through the Hickory Hollow area coming in from Rutherford County. It's also busy on 840 in Paytonsville as you go westbound on 840 just before you get up to 65. Heavy traffic flow right on schedule on Vietnam Vets coming westbound there at Gallatin Pike through the Hendersonville area headed towards I-65. Lots of radar already out here. You're going to see more and more of that the next few days. Prince's Hot Chicken is catering. They'll also have 4 stores available here in the next 30 days. Order online today at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hi, I'm Chip Chapman. One of the highlights of Wilson County is this very radio station you are listening to right now. 30 fantastic years, and I wish you another fantastic 30 more.
This is Brenda Rare with all of our holidays. Want to wish WANT happy anniversary.
Hi, my name is Greg Wood. I'm Operations Director at WNWS-FM in Jackson, Tennessee. Want to say congratulations to Wilson County's own community radio, WANT, celebrating 30 years on the air with community radio.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
Are you facing a challenging time that you need help navigating? Well, look no further than your local law firm of Kane and Crowell. At the offices of Kane and Crowell, our team of experienced attorneys is here to guide you through every step of the process. With a proven track record of success and a commitment to our clients and our community, look no further than the team at Kane and Crowell to fight for your rights and provide representation you deserve. 615-784-4800.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us on Wednesday morning. Maybe with Pete Norman IV, better known as Uncle Pete, with us. We haven't mentioned your truck stop. You still hang out there, so.
Oh, I'm there every day. I'm there every day. Had a gentleman walk up to me today and hugging on me and carrying on, and I hadn't seen him in probably 3 or 4 months, and he was telling me how much he appreciated this program and what I'm doing for the veterans. He's a vet, and he telling me, ringing my accolades, and I said, look, I'm not perfect. There ain't but one of them. When I walk on water, my socks get wet. I thought he was going to lose it in the parking lot. He said, can I use that? And I said, well, sure you can. He said, I'm going to tell my preacher I met a guy that's almost there, but his socks get wet when he walks on water. He said, where'd you come up with that? And I said, off the top of my head. It just,
I'll have to confess I've never heard that before.
Well, no, that's an Uncle Pete. I told my daughter wants me to sit down and come up with all my accolades and all my.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you do that and then get Ken Beck to help you organize it and write a book?
Now, I had a third grade school teacher that wrote a book about me.
Really?
Yes, sir. I got a copy. 101 Reasons Why I Did Not Have My Homework by Pete Norman. In parentheses, it says, if you have a reason not in this book, you get an A. If your reason is in this book, you get a 0. Miss Prater, McGavock Elementary, 3rd grade.
Oh, boy. Well, back to the more serious subject this morning. How far away are we on this? Where do we stand at the moment?
I'm actually going to try. We're shooting to be able to have some type of a grand opening in October.
Mm-hmm.
That's around the corner.
6 weeks or so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's around the corner. And we won't be totally up to snuff and going, but we will be able to show what we've got. The sheriff has told me the other day at the fair, said, Pete, come and get a hold of me. We'll have some prisoners that come out there and do some landscaping, do some cleaning, move heavy things around for you. And
yeah.
So that's going to help a whole lot. Mm-hmm. The roof is the biggest thing. Once the roof is done, then we're going to start taking out some walls and moving some things around and cleaning that back up and doing that. And it will start coming together pretty quick.
Well, as you put a roof on, costs quite a bit of money. Where's that?
Tim Leeper Roofing gave us a great price, and the city of Lebanon, because it's a city property, is putting the roof on it. We're coming up with some money to help them with that. And then everything else I'm borrowing, or if you turn your back, I'll steal it.
I think you probably got to convince some people. Some may be a little bit reluctant. This is a new idea, really. It hasn't really been implemented. Nothing exactly like this that I know of. And so there's some selling to this to get some more people on board.
And I'm taking pictures of everything. And eventually all of this is going to go to the American Legion, the VFW magazines, and let other areas see what I've done and see if they want to do it. Mm-hmm. And hopefully they will pick up this idea. These young people need a place that they can congregate. If you get them there, you can then get them to join your programs. But you got to prove that you really want them. That's the thing. They don't think they're wanted.
What kind of age are these young people you're talking about?
From 25 to 65.
Really?
Gulf War,
Yeah.
the Desert Storm and Desert Shield, 20-something years ago.
Right. Doesn't seem like it could possibly be that
No,
long, but it
well,
is.
Vietnam, 50 years.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I served 3 tours in Vietnam, but I was an exception because I was a pilot and I volunteered to go back. They didn't volunteer. Some of these National Guard kids, and I call them kids because I'm 75, they pulled 3, 4, 6. I know one staff sergeant, 7 tours overseas.
Wow.
Not all of them were year-long tours, but they were from 6 months to 8 months to a year. You know, this is weight on them. That's the reason every 22 minutes somebody commits suicide. They just happened. That just happened. The 22 minutes since I've been talking just happened.
Yeah.
So that's happened. If I can stop one, I've done something.
Well, people, you're hoping people will come on board. There are a lot of different ways to participate. I mean, you've got several opportunities, really. If somebody just wants to make a donation today, what's the best thing to do?
Go to Wilson Bank and Trust. I love them dearly. The Lebanon Veterans Center has an account, and you can make a deposit into that account.
Lebanon Veterans Center.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Or you can come by the truck stop. There's jars there at the truck stop, or you can talk to the cashiers and hand them that $10,000 check, and they'll smile and thank you.
Well, it is going to. This is a long range thing. I mean, you're planning for something to carry on and on and on. I think.
Yes. We're going to need some large screen TVs, so we're going to be reaching out to some of the businesses, some of the rental stores that rent TVs and things, and then get them back in. We're going to need some good computers, so we're reaching out. You know, if you've got a good computer that's reasonably up to date, you know, we need 4 good computers, and probably another 2 more on the other 2 desks. You know, we're going to have some office space there where we're going to need some printers and things like that, so we can do things and print things for some of these guys. As we get going, we're going to need people just to come by and sit and man the door and talk to these people. We've got a gentleman who closed out his business and is semi-retired. Jack Cato gave me a pool table. Now, Jack don't go little ways. This is a regulation slate top, take 10 people to move it, pool table. But that will be over there. We'll have some, we're going to do things that I don't think about, video games that they can play on TV with these PlayStations or whatever they are. And these are things that they want. They want to be able, as one of them described it, and I remember when I was in the military as enlisted, every company and every battalion had day rooms. You go in, watch TV, shoot a game, pool, whatever. But it was a place that you could unwind. That's what they want. We're not going to have a bar. This is not going to be an American Legion or VFW bar. We're not going to have that. We'll have cold drinks and stuff like that for them. And when we have some meetings and things, we'll have meals, but no alcohol. They don't need the alcohol. They don't need the drugs. They need the conversation. They need the hugs.
Well, we got about 2 minutes left here. And I'm wondering, once they get to be a part of this, if some of them may want to come and help others who join.
Absolutely. I am open to people who might want to be on our board of directors. I need people not only that are military background, but I need people that are backgrounds in the community who can go out and rattle some doors and shake some trees and knock the things out of them, that we need. You can contact me.
That's one way of it.
615-804-4404. If you've got a community bulletin board, I've got some really nice posters to put on there. Open up your heart and then open up that wallet. Let them butterflies come out, or as somebody said, them old moths, and pull out them bills. We need your help. They need your help. They need your help.
615-804-4404.
I thought you memorized that.
Well, I had, but my memory is short sometimes. 804-4404.
Yes, sir.
Preceded by 615.
And just remember, the good Lord will pat you on the head.
Well, Pete, it's always good to have you. And
I'm thankful that you invite me on, Coleman.
And by the way, y'all were at the fair. Did you do fairly well?
We're down about $5,000
from last year.
Yeah.
But you still had.
And then they had a $500 expense that they had not anticipated. But yeah, but the Rotary Club was down. Everybody was down.
Yeah.
It was just too hot.
Right. I think that's the whole thing. Still had a good attendance. It was a great fair, just not hardly as big as last year.
Everybody thought it was really good when it got under 100.
Well, Pete, thanks for being with us. We'll do it again.
Thank you. Look forward
All
to
right.
it.
That's part one of Coleman and Company. We've got more, so please keep it here. FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford. Get $50 off, $250 repair offer to owners of 4 to 10-year-old Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury vehicles. Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Heavy traffic right now as we stare at it live on 24 westbound as you come out through Rutherford County, especially through the Smyrna area. Again, leaving Murfreesboro towards Nashville is pretty crowded. Same thing up there on Vietnam Vets. It's running heavy and slow westbound on Vietnam Vets at Gallatin Pike, headed towards I-65. Watch for some radar out in Dixon County this morning on I-40. You're going to see more and more radar over the next couple of days. Nash Painting Services, all of Middle Tennessee, and they do a wonderful job. Check out these guys' website at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Bador Parkway, across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Sunshine expected through the day today, warming up to a high of around 84. Tonight, mostly clear skies back down to 58, sunny and 82 for Thursday. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. Let's look at your forecast. I'm Stormy Clausen.
We continue here on a Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to part 2 of Coleman and Company. We want to talk about Kane and Crowell PLLC right now, and we have Angel Kane this morning to talk about it. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Coleman.
Hadn't been too long since you were here, and it's good to see you again.
Yes, thanks for having me. I
Staying
appreciate
busy?
it. Oh, absolutely. We're super busy right now.
You're still doing a little writing too, aren't you?
I do. So Becky and I still write Telling Tales. I think we've been doing it now. Maybe she keeps up with it, but I think we're like 20 years.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that has anything really to do with your law firm. That's kind of an aside for
Right,
you,
right,
but
right.
A diversion or whatever.
Right. It's one of our hobbies. We
Got
both
it.
love to write, and so we get to do that in the paper.
Kane and Crowell PLLC, 133 South College Street in the gray Victorian house built in the 1800s. That's a good way to identify your location, and I bet
Absolutely.
people talk about that.
Oh, yeah. And we actually have people who come in just to look at the house.
Yeah.
You know, we try to keep it up. We try to conserve as much of it as we could. And I mean, we're constantly working on it. But yeah, we have people who come in. Anyone's welcome to come in and take a look at it if they'd like.
Well, Kane and Crowell handles family law and elder law. That's really the two main
Right.
things that you do.
Yes.
And you have a number of attorneys that are with you.
Yes.
and we get to talk with one of them each week at this time. So
Right. There's 6 of us. There's 6 attorneys at our office, and we primarily do family law, like you said, divorce, custody, paternity, adoptions, and then the other half of our firm is elder law. We do estate planning, wills, trusts, power of attorneys, living wills, probate. If someone passes away, we probate the estate. So anything family law related, our office can handle for you.
And you're here to try to kind of just get the word out, let people know that you're there, and also what you do. And
Right.
hopefully this is a good way to
Oh, it's
spread.
fantastic. Yeah, we're getting a lot of good feedback, Your Honor.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Anything in particular you want to discuss?
Well, right now we're super busy. We're always very busy. We kind of laugh at our office. People are always running around out the door to court. That's the fabulous thing about our law office. We're right across the street from the courthouse. So we're in and out all day long, running to court, going to divorce court or probate court. And then the other part of the office, the part that Bryce and I are in, is a little bit quieter. That's where we do the elder law, the estate planning. But both sides are super busy right now. I will say our estate planning business is very busy. I think it's because summer is over, people are back, and they're starting to think about, getting my important documents in order.
Well, now you're kind of involved in both sides of that.
I do. I like to say I do a third, and a third. I manage the office, the business part of the office, and then a third of my time is spent in divorce, domestic practice, and a third of my time is spent in the elder law practice of our firm. So I'm all over the place.
I guess a lot of people come to you in the beginning. And as word gets out, y'all been doing it. How long? When did you actually start?
So I've been practicing since 1995. So 29 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 20 years probably at the location I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Well, but you're busy. But there's that old saying about if you want something done, give it to a busy person. You've heard that. They'll find time to do it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the beauty of our office. There's 6 attorneys now. We're probably one of the largest law offices in Wilson County, Trousdale, Smith County. And so if I'm not there, or if Amanda Crowell isn't there, we have some amazing attorneys who can absolutely take care of anything that walks through the door, family law related, elder law related. Our attorneys do a fantastic job.
Well, I know Mary Alice Carfeed joined you, and she had been an attorney prior to
Yes, right, yeah.
And then, of course, there's Kayla Costley and Lindsay Johnson, and Bryson's in the other area. But
Right. Bryson's our only male attorney, and then Amanda Crowell. So, yeah, that's the 6 of us. And we're just a great team. We work well together. This morning, Lindsay was supposed to be here. She couldn't be here. So, I popped up and I was available, and we always help each other out in that way.
Well, might give out your telephone number and your website. I guess a lot of people go to the website.
Right.
And so that is www.kane/law.com. Or how do you say dash or hyphen?
I say hyphen.
All right. www.kane-law.com.
Right.
And that phone number is an easy one to remember. I don't know how you're able to get that, but 615.
I worked hard.
784-4800.
Yes, you can reach us either way.
Well, I hope that you continue to stay busy, but you've got a staff that we might mention this morning, too.
Right, yeah.
Karen Green, Janice Dillard, Samantha Johnson, Miriam Head, Amanda Lopez, Aletha Malia, and Slater Roundtree.
Right. And I will say, we were talking yesterday, my paralegal and I, we have been together 20 years. Janice and I were trying to figure out how long we've been working together, and that's a long time for 2 people to have worked together. And she's a fabulous paralegal. I want to give her a shout out today for sticking with me for so long.
Well, you've been together 20 years. You know each other pretty well.
Absolutely, yeah. She does a great job.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being with us, Angel. It's always nice to have one of your representatives here. And I guess you and Amanda kind of put this together. So
we did.
That's where the name came from.
That's right.
Kane and Crowell, PLLC.
Yes.
Well, thanks so much. We'll see one of you next Wednesday.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Kane and Crowell, PLLC, 133 South College, again in that gray Victorian house built in the 1800s, and the phone number 615-784-4800. Okay, we're 22 before the hour. I have asked Melody Mentor to join us this morning. She is with the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. And Andrea Wilkie has joined us as well. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, Coleman.
Now, I was hoping y'all would say that in unison.
We're going to, ready? Good morning, Coleman.
One more time. Third time. Good
morning, Coleman.
Good morning.
And it's not
Good
7
morning,
o'clock.
Melanie.
And it's not 7 o'clock. We should have gotten that.
Well, it's good to have you both. And we got a lot to talk about. There's always a lot to talk about the Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. You're so involved in the community. It is so much. There's so much more to the chamber now than there was 30, 40 years ago. There just is. And you've been around for a while. You know that what I'm saying is true, don't you?
There is. There's a lot. I've seen a lot of changes just in the 20 years that I've been there. But I think a lot of it, the same things have been there, but we just bring more attention and enhance what we're doing more. Like we branched out education and economic development and government relations, and we just bring more to that. I feel that.
Okay. You hadn't always had business before or after hours. You haven't always had people that went out to every grand opening for a ribbon cutting. You didn't used to have much that had to do with industrial recruitment. I mean, I'm talking about back in the 60s when I first sort of got acquainted with the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, I only started in 2003, Coleman. It has grown a lot since I've been there.
Membership is good. I think you've got over 1,000 members.
We have 1,339.
1331? 1339. Okay, and looking for more.
Looking, always.
Always.
Well, you want to talk about the fair?
Well, we can talk about the fair for just a minute.
You're here. Whatever you want to talk about is fine to me.
We will. We'll just.
As long as it's not illegal, immoral, or fattening.
I think with me, you're safe. I really do, and Andrea as well. So I think you're safe with that. We will talk. I will talk just a little bit about the fair. We certainly partner with Wilson County Promotions on the fair, and it was a great fair this year. Of course, we did the opening parade. We helped with that. Almost 60 entries from all of Wilson County. So we're always really happy to bring in Watertown, Lebanon, and Mount Juliet, and make sure that everybody, is out and about and around, and that people get to see them from all over. Everywhere, all different countries that are there, and
that opening
counties.
Parade is really good. I think it's wonderful. I mean, I was in the Lions Club concession stand at the back, but I could look out the window and see a little bit of it. We sort of just stopped for a couple of minutes there and watched the beginning of it. But it's really a wonderful way to get the fair going.
To start it off.
Yeah.
Well, and we can thank Andrea Wilkie for that, because she lines that up every year.
With help.
With help. So that's definitely a teamwork. But we enjoy the Lebanon Christmas Parade, and then this is certainly a way that we feel like that we can help and volunteer and give back to the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair. Then we also do the Business Before Hours, which is very special this year, honoring Wendell and Doris Steed. So we were very happy to be there for that morning, and that was Tuesday morning. And then the Senior Citizens Day is always special to us. So that's always the same day, actually, as the Business Before Hours. But it's an event we've been doing for the last few years and been helping with, and we really love volunteering with our members of the chamber for that special event. This year, Middle Tennessee Electric provided grilled cheese, and there was music, fellowship, fun. You actually got to do a little bit of cornhole. And I know Vanderbilt Hospital was there as well, giving out some snacks. We did actually 2 groundbreakings, one on the Sky Ride. So for those of you who were not able to see that, that will happen next year at the Green Gate, and it will go all the way to the livestock barns and across the Midway. So that's going to be a new attraction next year. So pretty excited about that. That was a grant that we want to thank Matt Bryson for that, so that Fiddler's Grove, the Civic League, and Vine Branch Community Church could help gather money for that grant, over $100,000. And so we want to thank Kubota for that. But, they're going to actually have a black farm next year at the fairgrounds to grow plants and help feed their own community. So Vine Branch Community Garden, if people have not seen those. Those are beautiful. They're all over town, and that's just another way to highlight them at the fair. So, but it was great. It was a great year.
Well, okay, that's our fair report. We got a couple of minutes before we go to a break. What else is on your mind this morning? Andrea?
Andrea's going golf.
I'm going golf.
She's going golf. We're going all over the place today.
Well, this is a big golf tournament coming up.
It is. This is our 23rd annual Dr. Carrie Harbert Memorial Chamber Scramble. And it will be September the 11th this year. So we're going to do things a little bit different being on the 11th. We're going to have a breakfast that morning honoring our veterans and responders. So our emergency responders. So we're actually inviting veterans and emergency responders to join us that morning from 8 to 9. I have to thank Good Old Homes because they're sponsoring that breakfast for us. And then I would have to oh my goodness, this morning, I would have to thank Wilson Bank and Trust as our title sponsor. TriStar Summit and Famous Footwear are our major sponsors. So we still have couple of openings for whole sponsors. If anyone's interested, just give us a call at the office.
615-444-5503. I've got that one. What day of the week is the 11th?
That is a Monday.
Monday, September 11th.
September the 11th.
And well, actually, is that the Monday after Labor Day?
Yes, it's a week from Monday.
Yes.
It's a week from Monday.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
It's not, you still have a few openings for players?
Teams are full. I have a couple of whole sponsors, but the teams are full.
Oh, boy. Where's it going to be?
It's going to be at Five Oaks.
Okay.
We have 36 teams playing. Shotgun start at 11. So we'll have lunch that day. We'll have dinner. We'll have breakfast.
Are you a golfer?
You know, I've played a little bit, but to say that I am a golfer, no, I can't say that.
You've played a lot of golf, haven't you?
I have played a lot of golf, not recently, but yes, I have.
Well, you have a nephew that's a pretty good golfer, maybe a brother too.
He is, both. I know. It's fun.
Okay. We'll take a break right here and more coming up on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota. Write it off the lot, write it off your taxes. Visit Absolute Kubota. Take advantage of the Section 179 tax deduction when you buy new Kubota construction equipment, tractors, RTVs, hay tools, or turf products. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. There's an accident in the Jolton area. It's got traffic really slow. It just happened. The fire department's on the way, 24 eastbound at Whites Creek Pike. Again, keep that in mind for coming in from Montgomery County, Clarksville, headed towards Jolton on 24 eastbound. Really slow go now on 24 westbound and through the Hickory Hollow area, coming in from Rutherford County towards Davidson, through the Mount Juliet area. That's heavy as well as you continue on I-40 westbound into Hermitage. Nash Painting Services, all in Middle Tennessee. Check them out online today at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Billy Mullinax with Rocky Williams, just congratulating WANT on 30 years.
Good morning, listeners. This is Fire Chief Emeritus Jamie Luffman of the City of Mount Juliet Fire Department, wishing WANT a happy 30th birthday. It has been an absolute pleasure and highlight of my career to be the company in Coleman and Company. I wish you the very best for the future, and please stay safe.
Happy anniversary. This is Emily Prey with Wilson Bank and Trust.
Simple banking, simply better. Since 2004, that's been our motto at Cedar Stone Bank. I'm Bob McDonald. We know that financial decisions can sometimes be complicated, but that doesn't mean solutions have to be. Whether you're buying a new home, renovating your existing home, or buying a car, or maybe you're a business that needs to purchase equipment for the building you operate from, we have all the technology that will allow you to do your banking online or on the telephone, or you can come in one of our beautiful branches and see our great people. With locations in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Nashville, Cedar Stone Bank. Simple banking, simply better.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing housing lender.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and DC. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
We continue here on this this morning. This is a Wednesday. I've got to remember what day of the week it is. Melody Mentor, Andrea will keep Chamber of Commerce with us, but with your permission, ladies, I'm going to go to the phone. Judge Barry Tatum is on the phone. There's something coming up Friday that he wants to talk a little bit about. Judge, how are you?
I'm doing well, Coleman, and thanks to Melanie and Andrea for letting us break into the time. Got your message this morning about calling in, and it just so happens that Judge Brody Kane and Judge Inslee Hagan and Judge Jimmy Lee and I are all in a meeting this morning, and they've joined us as well. So say good morning, fellas. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
But one of the things that we've talked about on this is all of us as judges, and that includes Judge Byrd and Judge Collins and Magistrate Kennedy and Chancellor Smith, realized that the community's been really good to us over the years, and we're grateful for that. But, you know, it seems like the only time you hear from judges is election time. And Judge Hagan and Judge Lee and I did an event last year, hosted a breakfast that seemed to be well received, and we asked the other judges to join in on us, and we're doing it again this Friday morning at the Expo Center from 7 to 9 in the morning, and going to have breakfast catered by Smith's Catering here in Lebanon. It's going to be in the South Hall at the Expo Center. It's no charge, and just wanted to share that information and invite you and Miss Helen, and of course Melanie and Andrea, and anybody with the chamber, and anybody that's just listening this morning.
I think I attended one you had before, and it was really nice over at the mill, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. We did it over at the mill. We did it in the spring, and it was a little cold. We won't have to worry about the eggs getting cold, I don't think, this week. But we're doing it Friday morning, which is, of course, Friday of a holiday weekend coming up. Right. But it's just to say thank you, and it's not just for courthouse staff or attorneys or whatnot. It's for the community. I'd like to invite you and all your listeners to, if they have an opportunity, just to swing by, get a cup of coffee, and can't talk about cases. And there's no charge, no donations, no contributions. It's just a way to let you know that we appreciate our community and love our community.
Okay. Friday morning at the Expo Center.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay. That's nice. They're thanking everybody and giving back in a little bit different way.
It's a very nice event. Andrew and I've been several times, and
we'll be there.
We'll be there on Friday.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we sure will.
Well. All right, back to what's happening at the chamber, and as you say, Melanie, every time you're here, just about, I could talk on. I can talk on. You've always got. But it is a multifaceted thing.
Organization. Yes, it is.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yes, it is. Really is. Just wanted to tell a little bit about what's going on for those that have not listened in a while, and want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. We do have the Power of Technology capital campaign that's going on right now, and it's going on for the next 2 years. And this provides significant value to the chamber as we continue to operate despite uncertain economic challenges. We must continue to look into the future, and technology enhancements and ways to improve our business operations makes us more efficient to gain and retain members and generate more revenue and create as we navigate to remain as one of the top 10 chambers in Middle Tennessee. So we must leverage that and keep that in mind. And I do want to thank our Power of Technology partners today: Middle Tennessee Electric, First Freedom Bank, United Communications, Hood Container, Journeys, TriStar Medical, Wilson Bank and Trust, Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital, and LoJack.
You got a number of them.
We've got a number, and then that kind of rolls into, of course, our app, which is the Wilson County app, and it has been updated with Visit Wilco on it. So you can automatically go to that app and you can see exactly everything that's happening in Wilson County if you're a visitor. But you can also go to that app. So it's a modern tool to help residents and visitors easily navigate the full experience of everything that is happening in Wilson County. So this is your one-stop shop for Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Watertown. And after you download, you can see job listing, community events, restaurant businesses, all at your fingertips. So we do ask you to come by the office to scan that code, or you can also go online to our website and you can download that app as well.
Who does all that? Is that out of your office?
That's out of our office.
Yes, sir. It's something else, a way that we can help our business and our tourism.
And keep people informed.
And keep people informed.
Especially chamber.
Especially chamber members, but all residents.
1,339 of them.
There you go. All 1,339.
Andrea, you got anything else this morning?
I would just encourage people, and you can go to the Google Play Store also to download the Explore Wilson app, but there is a lot of information there, especially people that are new to the community that are looking for resources and your dignitaries and your community calendar, but it's all right there at your fingertips.
What about people who are maybe a little bit challenged with technology?
They can come see us, Coleman. They can come see us.
I think it gets worse every day. Are you an expert in that?
I'm not an expert.
But you know your way around.
I ask my 6 and 10-year-old if I get stuck. I ask my grandchildren, "Hey, how do I get here? How do I go there?"
Well, I've done that a time myself.
It's pretty easy, but we'll get you set up this morning. How about that, Coleman?
Well, okay, that works for me.
There you go.
What else we need to talk about?
Just want to mention, and we're going to come back, but just want to mention that next year, 2024, is our 100-year celebration timeline. So we will have a timeline. We will be 100 years old. When I say we, the chamber will be 100 years old. So
is there a particular month the chamber started?
September.
Oh, okay.
The official birthday, I believe, is September the 5th. Mm-hmm. But we're going to start in January, and we're going to celebrate all year long.
We have a timeline. We're going to be throughout Wilson County. We're going to go to some events throughout Wilson County and be a part of them, and hopefully do some resolutions and proclamations. And we're really excited for our chamber and for our community and for Wilson County.
1924 to
2024. That's right. So more to come.
100 years.
100 years.
We're just 30 years old here.
There you go. So we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Well, that's good. And when if you ever stop and think, what would it be like if nobody had ever started a Chamber of Commerce? I mean, the Chamber of Commerce is going to be a player, and I think the word commerce is very important there. That's really what it's all about.
It truly is, and it's like we say for any business, we do appreciate our businesses in Wilson County, whether they're big or they're small. We appreciate all of our businesses, and we're there to support them in any way that we can, and we're also there to help them any way that we can, and make their lives as easy as we can. On our app, actually, we have job listings, but we're there for them, and we want all of them to know that, and we make a special effort to get out into the community and talk to them.
Okay, so it's going to be a year-long celebration. So does that mean you pretty much start in January and go to December?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We'll be having something going on every month.
But maybe special mention next September.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
That'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll be traveling all over Wilson County. We're
more than we do now.
More than we do now.
And you are, I think you're quite older. The Lebanon Wilson County Chamber of Commerce is quite older than the other two, Watertown and Mount Juliet.
Yes.
Aren't you? I feel sure many years before they came along.
That's correct.
They're kind of an offshoot of
Well, we're the county seat, of course, and so then we added the Wilson County because we wanted to service all of Wilson County. So that's where the Lebanon Wilson County name came from.
Well, a lot of us can remember when Mount Juliet was not near as big as Watertown.
That's right.
All right, enough about that. We got 2.5 minutes. What else we got, Melanie?
I want to thank our corporate sponsors, and then we're going to move to Taste of Wilson County.
Oh,
but
yes,
corporate
okay.
sponsors, these are sponsors that have given over $2,500 to the chamber throughout the year, and all these sponsors are listed on our website and inside our building. As you walk in on a television. So, Ascend Federal Credit Union, First Freedom Bank, Wilson Bank and Trust, Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital, Middle Tennessee Electric, Two Rivers Ford, Goodall Homes, Visit Wilco, Wilson County Motors, Bates Ford, Famous Footwear, Buckeye Drugs, and Boswell's Golf Carts.
All right.
All right.
And Taste.
Taste of Wilson County, October the 26th. And we will have that on Wilson Bank and Trust West Lawn. For those that don't know about Taste of Wilson County, that is through our Business and Education Coalition. That is our main fundraiser for education. The proceeds from Taste of Wilson County fund teacher grants, books from birth, scholarships, any of scholarships that we have with the schools. We'll have this year the petting zoo, the kids zone. Of course, we'll have celebrity judges for our culinary cook-off. We'll have our mascot dance-off. We'll have VIP seating. We'll have our art gallery. We'll have our pie eating contest. Coleman, you need to enter that.
No, I'm fat enough.
Have you watched the pie eating contest?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness.
Not ours, but I've seen others.
We had a little fellow last year that entered that we thought he was going to go into a pie coma. But anyway.
I've heard that.
He was determined, but it was good. But tickets can be purchased online, or you can call the chamber office. The VIP tickets are $35 each. Adult tickets are $25. Teachers get a discount at $15, and children are $8, and 5 and under are free.
All right.
We are still finalizing sponsors, so anyone that's interested in being a sponsor, a marketplace vendor, or a food vendor, please call our office.
Wow, this is great fundraiser. It goes for a very worthy cause, several different things, and those teacher grants are very important.
Yes.
Okay.
We last year we awarded over $14,000 in teacher grants.
Wow.
So
we're about out of time. You got more.
she's going to run
Just
us there.
One more thing.
Just one more, a couple more. Tomorrow, 11:30, Legislative Lunch and Learn, State Representative Clark Boyd. Please call us if you're interested in joining us at the arcade tomorrow from 11:30 to 1. And then just wanted to let you know all the things that we've talked about, that we already have 7 more ribbon cuttings to come in the next few weeks. So we are growing here in Lebanon and Wilson County. We're happy to be a part of Lebanon and Wilson County, and thank you so much for
I don't know. We're growing us tomorrow. Wonderful day.